Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Call Lunch and Learn. I hope you are enjoying your week and I hope you have your lunch prepared. This week is a little bit late lunch for some of you, but we are here and we have a great speaker with us today to just explain us all about the foundations of generative AI. As you know, there is a huge push on the different service regarding generative AI and even agentic AI. And I don't know about you, but sometimes it's a bit hard to follow up on everything and even connect the dots to try to understand how things work together. So that's why we have Gerald today with us to explain us all about this and give us all the foundations regarding generative AI. Without further ado, hello Gerald, how are you doing?
Hello, Ugo. Yeah, I'm good. I hope you two doing well.
All good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here and contributing to this community group. It's always a pleasure to receive you and receive anyone that wants to contribute to the group. So tell us shortly and or briefly what is all about your session today.
So, in today's session, I'm going to focus on generative AI, the main focus on Microsoft powerful Azure AI Foundry and Copilot. So, in today's session, I'm going to explain the um, fundamentals and concepts, demonstrate real world applications, and equip to confidently implement these technologies. So today it's going to be a wonderful day for the people who are going to attend this session because they're going to learn a lot about the fundamentals of generative AI in Azure environment.
Perfect. Thank you very much. All right. So if you are happy, I can enable your slides and you can take off. All good?
Yeah,
All right. Let me just and for those, as usual, for those watching this live, if you have any questions, feel free to use the chat, share your questions, and we are more than happy to answer your questions. And so the stage is all yours, Gerald, and I will be in the back if needed anything. Okay?
yeah, sure.
Thank you very much.
So once again, a big thanks for Hugo and the community members for giving me this opportunity to present the topic demystifying generative AI. As I told in the beginning of this call, today we will going to explore generative AI with the basics of generative AI and how we can implement it in our applications, especially in our work area. So let me begin with a short introduction about me. I am Gerald Felix. I'm from India and I'm working for enterprise. And I am Microsoft certified trainer since 2020, almost 5 years right now. And I am a professional for more than a decade, and I am passionate about sharing my knowledge and insights with students and professionals through blogging and YouTube, aiming to empower them with the industry trends and best practices. So, if you are interested, you can connect with any one of these channels. So, without any further ado, let's go to the next slide. So let's speak about artificial intelligence before we learn about generative AI. Wherever you go in today's world, everywhere we are listening, we are getting this word called artificial intelligence. And recently, I came across one meme where a person said, if you want to sell a pen, you just want to tell it is a AI integrated pen. So all people across world from all age groups hearing the word AI, artificial intelligence, and they are very curious about it. But what it is? Let's begin by understanding what artificial intelligence or AI. really mean. At this core, AI refers to software systems that are designed to imitate human capabilities. This includes performing tasks that typically require human intelligence. For instance, AI can predict outcome and identify patterns by learning from historical data, much like how we learn from the past experiences. It can spot anomalies or abnormal events. Think of it's a digital detective that alerts us when something isn't right. AI also ability to interpret images and videos, understanding visual content in a way that mimics human sight. This vision is used in various areas, especially when it comes to Google. They are using it to identify the illegal videos and take it off from their portal. And next comes it can process and understand human language, which allows it to hold conversation or response to question. Sometimes you may have seen it in chatbot or virtual assistants. So before 10 years back or 15 years back, if you want to learn something about a computer language, you need to spend a lot towards online tutor, or you need to join some classroom. But now things were completely changed because we have virtual assistants and virtual tutors, AI enabled tutors, which run 24 into 7 and help us to learn something new at fast track. And importantly, it can pull in information from various sources, synthesize it, and help us make informed decisions. So, in short, AI is about replicating human intelligence with software to solve problems, automate tasks, and enhance decision making. So, what is the AI landscape? Now, in the previous slide, we understood what is AI and what is its purpose. But let's deep dive into uh, artificial intelligence landscape. Let's zoom out and make sure we are on the same page about what AI actually is. I like to think of it as a big umbrella. Underneath it lies several distinct but related capabilities. This slide is our roadmap. So let's begin with generative AI. It's first up, the celebrity of 2025. So, as I told before, wherever you go, we see people around us making lot many things with generative AI. They are creating new contents. They are writing blogs. Um, even it's really very helpful for students to find out answers for their assignments. So, lot many. So, generative AI system that creates brand new content. Think GPT-4o writing marketing copy. DALI is another model designing campaigning art, or the recent Gibble arts, or GitHub Copilot writing codes. On Azure, you would hit the Azure Open Service for this. So in Azure, if you want to make all these generative AI models, you just want to opt for Azure OpenAI service. Next comes the agent and automation. There are these are digital workers that takes multi-step actions, scheduling meetings, recounseling invoices, running incident playbooks. Azure AI Foundry's agent orchestration toolkit or Power Automate with Copilot are great examples. So in our day-to-day life, in work life, we used to spend lot many time on the repetitive task. So with the help of this agents and automation, we can automate it, and the agents will do it for us. Recently, I come across an article where they mentioned they have in one of startup they created HR agent. So instead of a person, it will collect all the resumes based on the job description, and it screen based on the job description and invite the candidate for the next round of interview. So with agents, we can do lot many things. Next comes the natural language. So in the early state, we had programming, C programming, C++, high level programming. Like that, we had many things, but it's not very easy to understand, or it takes much time to learn and understand. So if you want in some 10-15 years back, if you want to create some applications, you want to learn the programming language, then after that you need to keep practicing it, you need to create your own applications. But now things completely change with NLP, natural language, especially with vibe coding. So natural language covers understanding and producing human language, translation, summarization, sentiment analysis. Everything has been taken care with this service. Azure Language Studio, the service formerly known as Cognitive Service Language, and Teams Copilot Live are a good example for NLP. Next comes the computer vision. So computer vision is used in various places. Especially, I'm from India, and in India, in various traffic signals, they are using it to identify the vehicles whichever not following the rules, traffic rules. So computer vision is the set of skills to see, detect objects, read text in images, identifying defects on a factory line, Azure AI vision, customer vision, and even live video analytics plugging into this pillar. So Azure have a wide range of computer vision services. And the next one is information extraction. Finally, information extraction pulling structured data from messy documents, contracts, purchase orders, medical forms. So some years back in US healthcare, there is a one big industry. US healthcare is one of the biggest industry where they give jobs like medical coders, medical transcribers. But after this AI came into picture, all these things have been taken care by service like information extraction. So that's exactly what Azure AI document intelligence does. And you people might notice the bottom bar machine learning. So the engine room powering everything above. Whether we are asking GPT to draft an email or Vision to flag a faulty product, we are leveraging models that have learned the mapping. So for all this landscape, whichever we discussed, machine learning is the key. So we started with artificial intelligence, and later we understand the landscape. Now we are into the responsible AI. So when we are doing something, we need to be very responsible. Likewise, when you're building an application, AI application, and or whenever you are using some AI LLMs like ChatGPT, Gemini, you need to be very responsible. And uh, let's see what are the uh, responsibilities we need to take care. The first comes fairness. It should be no hidden bias. Check models for screw, so a lone bot won't favor one group over another. Azure machine learning future importance tool make bias visible. So it should not be for a specific group. They provide loan. And next comes the reliability and safety. Works every time, especially when life's online. Think self-driving code or AI treating patients must pass our testing pipeline before release. So it's one of the major uh, key responsible of AI. Next comes the privacy and security. So I am speaking from India. So my data need to be secured, and it should be private. It should not expose to anyone in the internet. So things like that, data stays protected from day one. What are the data we going to train in the AI model or use within the AI need to be very protective, because we train on sensitive info. So encryption, access control, and differential privacy options in Azure are non-negotiable. They never compromise on this privacy and security terms. And the next one is inclusiveness. AI that helps everyone, not just the majority. Design with accessibility, voice, language, vision. So all users can benefit. And transparency. Users should understand what a model does and why. Clear docs, model cards, and explanation dashboards build trust and expose limits. Accountability. Humans own the outcome. We set up governance boards and audit trails so decisions trace back to responsible team, not the algorithm. Finally, whatever happens, we need to be very liable and accountable for the AI. Now let's speak about AI services in Azure. There are huge variety of AI services, and I listed here on few of the major services used in enterprise. Think of this graphic as a slider that moves from data centric A on the left to content centric A on the right. Let's begin with document intelligence. So, data in, table out, far left, we still with slim. So document intelligence service mainly used to scan documents uh, and analyze the document. A very good example is like our medical reports or some project reports, whichever we scan or whichever we upload, it will easily helps us to identify the bills, the the the, the most important categories, uh, and it reads itself and give us the output. So document intelligence converts the mess into clean structured rows you can query. The takeaway of document intelligence is exert before you analyze. Next come AI vision. It's pixels to fact. Vision, we add cameras or scans. Models tag objects, read text, or spot defects so human don't scan every frame. A good example for AI vision is retail stock count, traffic monitoring, as I told in the previous slide, safety helmets detected in real time. And in few areas, they are also using this AI vision to identify the drivers in the car wearing the seat belts. Next comes the language studio, words with meaning. In the middle, we graduate from sight to speech and text. Language studio translate, summarize, classifies, intend the NLP workouts, begin chatbots and analytics. Here the system understand but hasn't decided anything yet. And next is agent organization, understanding and taking action. It will understand the issue, or it will understand the things whichever you said, you framed, and it will take action based on it. Agent organizations sticks tools, memory and policies on AI, can book a meeting, open a ticket, or run a workflow end to end. And the last one comes Azure OpenAI. So you can create anything from scratch. GPT-4o writes copy, Daily draws artwork content that never existed before. Keyline, the focus, as fully shifted from data extraction to new content generation. Across this spectrum, you can mix and match service, start with document intelligence to insight data, run language studio to summarize, let an agent trigger downstream systems, and finish with OpenAI graft a customer friendly email, same platform escalating capabilities. So within Azure AI service, you have everything to do to fulfill your needs. So till last slide, we speak about Azure AI. I mean, artificial intelligence in general, and what are the Azure AI responsible and services. So now I'm going to begin about what is generative AI. Even we touched generative AI in our previous slides, but what it is exactly? AI imitates human behavior by using machine learning to interact with the environment and execute tasks without explicit direction on what to output. Generative AI is a subset of AI. Again, it's a subset of AI in which an AI model creates original content in response to natural language prompt. Generative AI applications take in natural language input and return appropriate response in variety of formats. So it, you can speak, you can write, or you can upload some documents. So generative AI based on the input, it will give you a better output. So here you can see three major types. The first one is natural language generation (NLP). It helps to generate a natural language response. You might submit a prompt such as "Give me three ideas for healthy breakfast, including peppers," or write a cover letter for my resume. Next comes the image generation. Some generative AI applications can interpret a natural language request and generate an appropriate image. For example, you might submit a request like create an image of an elephant eating a burger or create a logo for a business. Next, the last one comes code generation. So it assists developer in writing a better code, avoid syntax error. Some generative AI applications are designed to help software developers write code. For example, you could submit a request like show me how to code a game of tic tac toe with Python, or write Python code for adding two numbers. Now we have a deep dive into language model. Modern language models run on the transformer architecture. In the diagram, it is clearly showcased how it looks. Think of a transformer as a two smart engines, an encoder that understands context and a decoder that writes the next word. Feed in mountain of text and it learns the hidden rules of language so well that its replace feel human. Next comes the token, the model's alphabet. The first job is to break text into tokens. So whatever input, whatever prompt you write to LLM, it will break into tokens. A token might be a full word, a subword, or even a punsection. A used training set yields a vocabulary of tens of thousands of these tokens. Next comes the embedded. So embedding turning words into math. Tokens are mapped to embedding vectors. Long list of numbers like 10, 3, 1. Each number represents a semantic tactic model discovered during training. In this I dimensional space, Similar words point in similar direction. Dog, puppy, far away from skateboard. Tip for the audience: use the face cosine similarity if you want to sound fancy. And the model spotlight. Self attention layers ask which other words change this word meaning. Bark, near, tree, with bark, near, dog. The encounter use attention to refine each embedding based on its neighbors. The decoder use attention to predict the next token, weighting what it has generated so far. Multiple edits looks at different aspects of context and vote on the best next word. Variations on the theme. Beard. Google only an encounter great for understanding text, search and classifications. GPT and Copilot, on other hand, only a decoder. Masters at writing new text. So what it matters? The same mechanics power Copilot in Microsoft Azure, ChatGPT, image capturing and more. By grasping tokens, embeddings, and attention, you can reason about why the model sometimes nails an answer and why it occasionally hallucinates. Keep those three words in mind: tokens, embeddings, attention. They are the secret sauce behind every jaw dropping demo you have seen this year. In the previous slide, we talked about language models, and in this slide, we're going to consider how to write a perfect prompt to get a perfect result. So, great output begins with a great prompt. Begin with a clear goal. Whenever you write in a prompt, you need to begin with a clear goal. State exactly what you want. Summarize this article in 3 bullet points. Ground the answer. Supply a link, document, or data snippets so the model stays factual. Add context. Who's the audience? What the tone and constraints? If you're drafting an email to your top level management, you need to add a context like to whom you're going to address and what is the purpose of the email. Set and also set the output rules. So when we are writing some articles, if you're looking uh, top 10 list of best laptops, or if you're looking for top 10 football players around the world, you can mention in the prompt like give me the output in a table. So format, length, language, spell it out, everything will be possible with a perfect prompt. Iterate. Redefine based on each response until it spots on. What happened under the hood? Your prompt is wrapped with a system message that is called rules, the chat history, context, and any extra grounding data. Mastering these steps in prompt engineering is the superpower that turns a good assistant into a great one. So, if you're looking for a good assistant in your work, in your life, I mean, digital assistants, you just follow this uh, prompt writing instructions. So far we talked about artificial intelligence, what are their responsibility, services offered by Azure and Microsoft, and generative AI language model, write in a perfect prompt. So in this slide, we're going to discuss about what is Azure AI Foundry. So, Azure AI Foundry provides powerful, ready-to-use AI capabilities via cloud service with OpenAI. You access cutting-edge generative models securely. Cognitive service simplify adding AI like vision, speech, and language apps, while Azure machine learning supports custom model training. So it's like everything all the AI infrastructure you need will be available with Azure AI Foundry. Next comes Copilot. So we also hear this word called Copilot. There is a two difference. Azure AI Foundry, uh, most of the time it is completely a kind of pro code approach, whereas Copilot is completely a low code or no code approach. So it is really helpful for analysts or managers who never did any programming. So Copilot as the same smart co-worker who always with you, ready to chat and act. Copilot integrates AI directly into your everyday tools like Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, everything, even SharePoint, streamlining tasks and boosting productivity. GitHub Copilot assists developers with coding, while Microsoft 365 Copilot helps drafts documents, summarizing uh, meetings, and automate routine tasks effortlessly. So far, we discussed about AI, artificial intelligence, the Gen AI, the offerings given by Microsoft Azure AI Foundry and Copilot. So now let's try to create Azure AI. I mean, a model. We deploy a model in Azure AI Foundry, and let's see how it works. So let me bring my another screen. To do that, you need to visit the URL aa.azure.com. When you get to the URL, you will be landed in a similar page. And here you can see create without boundaries. The caption create without boundaries. So I already signed in to Azure AI Foundry. I will also show you that. Okay, so when you signed in to the Azure AI Foundry, it looks like this. So it has some three, um, I mean, three parts. The first part is like it gives you all the information about the existing resources and existing projects. And when you scroll a little down, you can see explore model and capabilities. In this category, you can explore model based on your need. Say, for example, if you're going to build a chat model, you can use GPT-4o. Or if you're going to build something for image model, you can go with you can go with DALI. And below that it gives a various other services and templates. So let's try to create a new resource. To do that, you need to click the create new button, and once you click the create new button, it will show you this pop-up window. In this pop-up window there are two options you can see. One is Azure AI Foundry resource, and the other one is Azure A Hub resource. So, what is the difference between these two? Azure AI Foundry resource, it's like the model and everything will be there. The it has access to the latest industry models using a serverless hosting model. So you don't need to worry about the infrastructure and other things. You just want to uh, get into the you just want to create a project, choose the model and use it. And whereas and Ashok AI Foundry resource is um, highly recommended for developers to build their applications, A applications. Whereas A Hub resource, on other hand, it's capable of put in your own model and try it out. So it has access to Azure machine learning APIs for model hosting and training, and most importantly, it is used by um, research. It is used for research purpose. And for this demo, let's go with Azure AI Foundry resource as recommended by Azure, and I click the next. And when I click next, here I can see the project name. I need to type a project name. So here I said like cloud and learn. And below in the advanced options, it gives you a information about which subscription you have selected, and resource group will be automatically created new. So I like to create it like cloud demo. Let me click it OK. And reason, you can select the one which is nearest to you. And Ashok AI Foundry resource, it's again name for using the AI Foundry resources. So let's click the create button, and it takes a few minutes to create. So I have already created a project. So once the project is created, it landed in overview screen, and in the overview screen you can see the name of the project, and below when you scroll a little down, you can you can find the endpoints and keys for this Azure AI Foundry project. And there are also three libraries they are providing. One is Azure AI Foundry. Use the following endpoint to call all your deployed base model. If you already have deployed any model, you can use it here. And Azure OpenAI, it's again for OpenAI models and AI services. It's like, as I mentioned in the slides, we have various AI services like computer vision, content safety, document intelligence. Uh, so there are too many services. You can use it for any of those services. So now let's go to the playground. So playground is a place where you can try out things before you put it into directly into the production. So I click playground, and here you can see what are the categories we have under playground. We have chat playground, video playground. Chat playground is mainly for creating kind of chatbots. Video playground again it's like similar to Sora and VO3. Image playground for generating or creating new images. Audio playground, you can translate, you can use audio service like record, natural voice, things like that. Speech playground is again speech to text and text to speech. If you want to generate some voice, you can put the text and it will automatically generate it. And language playground is again uh, translating. And the last one is assisted playground. How I mean, it's a kind of a fine-tuned text generation model. And you can also see most of these playgrounds are under preview. And for our demo today, we're going to explore chat playground. Let me click try the chat playground. And once we landed into the chat playground, you can see uh, two windows. One is setup and the other one is chat history. So chat is something similar to our Copilot or Chat GPT, where you input a prompt and you get response. And here, and here you can see the deployment. So I have already deployed a model called GPT-4.1. If you needed, you can also create and deploy more models. And here, when you click this create new deployment, you can see two options. One is from base model and the other one is fine-tuned model. And below that, you can see a space called give the model instruction for the model. So when you're creating a model or agent, you can also provide some instructions. See now, if now I am creating this model to act as a weather reporter based on the. So once you type here, you can also see a option called generate system prompt. By clicking it, you just need to copy, and when you click it and click send, it will automatically create a detailed instruction for this agent. So it is currently writing it. Meanwhile, when you scroll a little down, here you can see add your data. You can add your own data. It is really very helpful when it comes to you building some bot for your enterprise or your company, because the data whichever within your company is completely need to be secured. So in this case, if you put some data, add data sources here, it will be only within this resource group and only within the tenant which is selected during creation of this project. And next comes the parameter. In parameter, you can it gives you vast futures and uh, options. The first one comes the path message included, so it's all about the memory. uh, so here by default it is set to 10. And next comes the tokens, how much token max completion tokens you need to use. Temperature, the high temperature, it will be more generative, more creative. So all these options you can choose and you can try. And now it generated a system prompt based on the text which we given. Now let's see what is it generated. You are get tasked to act as a weather reporter and provide travel planning advice based on the weather conditions. Provide a tailored weather report for the specified locations and dates provided by user. Based on the forecast weather, recommend suitable activities and offer advice on appropriate clothing, gear, or precautions, ensuring the advice aligns with the conditions. So it gives the complete information to this agent. So now I am going to ask this agent, let me prompt I. So automatically it says, to provide a tailored weather report and travel recommendation, could you please let me know the location you are interested and the specific date range? So I'm going to give the location as Germany, and the date is like 27 June 2025. So now it gives me the weather forecast based on the information whichever guy given the location and traveling date information. Here it says it's typically summer, warm but not exclusively hot. Most of Germany is expected to experience. The temperature here is 23 to 27, and it drops till 13 to 16 degrees Celsius. And it gives me all the informations like what are the optional tips, what are the precautions I need to take, clothing, gear, every information that have given to me. So here we come to end for the lab session. Let me go back to the slide. So as we described, as we meant, we have created a project, we deployed a model, and added a system prompt and tried out how it is working. So now let's came to the end of this session. I hope this session is really very helpful for you. Thank you all for your attention and engagement today. Let's stay connected. Feel free to reach out through my email, LinkedIn. You by scanning from your mobile, you can directly get into my LinkedIn profile, or even you can write. You can write to my email address. And if you have any questions, please feel to ask me.
Perfect, Gerald. Thank you very much. Well, people are a little bit shy today, so I don't see any questions. If you still have questions, feel free to use these minutes to reach out to us and raise your questions. Or you can always, as Gerald said, you can reach out to him offline on LinkedIn or on any of those platforms that he shared with you, and you can actually raise your questions, provide your feedback. It's always important. And if you don't have any questions, in the meantime, what I have to say is I wish you all a really great week ahead. I hope you enjoyed this lunch and learn session. We have, of course, lunch and learn sessions coming up in the next weeks. So keep an eye so you can join us and learn more about tech and clouds and everything related. And in the meantime, stay well, enjoy your week, and I hope you all stay have a great day. Okay. Thank you very much, Gerald, for contributing to this user group. It was a pleasure to receive you. Really insightful session. I think a lot of people probably clarified a lot of things regarding generative AI. You know, sometimes it's a challenge because so many services coming up, so many things, different topics coming up. But at the same time, it's definitely an area that is evolving every day, and consequently there are so many things being introduced into these roles, and sometimes it's a challenge to follow up on everything. But I definitely have to say that I appreciate your contribution and hope to see you soon. Okay.
Thanks, Hugo. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. I'm really very happy to share my knowledge with the community. And thanks all once again, and see you all again. Bye.
All right. Take care, everyone. See you around.